I was in Afghanistan 2001. I was covering the war there. The Americans used the shock and awe methodology in both Afghanistan and in Iraq by using massive bombs. So, what's happening in Gaza now happened actually in Afghanistan and Iraq before that. They destroyed, they killed, they did a lot of things, but eventually they couldn't do anything much more than that. They left behind a huge amount of hatred and anger and the frustration, not only in Afghanistan and Iraq, but also in the global South, in the Islamic world, in the Arab world. And this accumulation of anger and the frustration, we see now how it is playing out through the massive demonstrations everywhere, because people could see the injustice and the rhetoric the American leaders and the Western leaders are putting forward to media is not convincing, but also actually frustrating. It assumes the ignorance of audience. We have had all these kind of experiences before. The denial of massacres that happened in Afghanistan and in Iraq. I remember that I was covering this kind of stories. The Iraqis were bombed and killed and maimed and destroyed, and the Americans do not even acknowledge the responsibility for killing them. Journalists were killed, and the Americans did not acknowledge the killing of them. So what the Israelis are doing is what the Americans actually did as well before. And of course, a stupid guy one day will ask us, why you hit us? I mean, imagine sometimes there is very naive thinking, especially in the American circles, about the Arab world, the Islamic world, and the South, the global South altogether.